Views, expressions, and opinions are those of the panelists. Neither Vibe Wichita or our sponsors officially endorse or oppose any statement made during any recording.
Wichita, what's poppin'? It's your man Flemmy, a.k.a. Flem Doggy Dog, a.k.a. the voice of Old Town. And right now, you locked in with my man Dramedy Drew and my dog LT, giving you the latest in everything from culture to sports. It's Vibe Wichita.
You know what it is. It's Vibe Wichita with your host, Dramedy Drew. Turn your speakers up.
Turn it up.
The voice of the dub is about to speak.
Listen.
Locked and loaded, let's go.
What up, what it do? It's your man Dramedy Drew. Welcome to another episode of Vibe Wichita. Y'all know it's gonna be a live episode. It's gonna be live. Look who I got here with me. My man Flem Doggy Dog, man. Go ahead, represent. What's good with you, bro?
You already know what it is. The one and only big homie, God Body Flem Doggy, a.k.a. Flem Doggy Dog. What's poppin'? Vibe Wichita, we back in it. It's the takeover. You know?
Man, to my right, man, I got my man D Hill. What's good?
What's going on, man? I'm back in here, man. Back in the building, back in the mix, man. We finna do what we do, man.
We finna get into it, man. Off the bat, man, y'all got to see All Eyes on Me.
Hold on, before we start, R.I.P. Prodigy. Prodigy just died today. Bob D.
Shoot.
Queensbridge. You know what I mean?
Shoot.
R.I.P. Prodigy. Since we, us being real fans of hip hop in here, R.I.P. Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? Shook One. Make sure y'all play Shook Ones today. Play Quiet Storm Remix today. You know what I mean?
Halfway Crooks.
Yeah, play Halfway Crooks. You know what I mean?
Not to be funny, is he the one that had the sickle cell? Is that
yeah, he the one that had
the
sickle
sickle
cell.
Okay.
I think that's how he passed too, though. I think it was a sickle cell. Well, it said terminal illness, so I'm guessing the sickle cell finally just caught up to him. But he was 42. Damn. So, rest in peace to HNIC, Prodigy, Queens, Mobb Deep. I was never really a big Mobb Deep fan, but solo Prodigy was pretty cool. He was a cool cat though. But yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Prodigy, Mobb Deep,
RIP,
man.
RIP.
That's love and memory. But right off the bat, because we just gonna get right into it, everybody. We just gonna go right for the turkey. Look, man, All Eyes on Me. Shout out to those of y'all who've seen it. A lot of mixed reviews out there. There's a lot of people who were disappointed. There were a lot of people who were just like, yeah, man, that was a good movie, man. That was a good movie. I think they did Pac justice. And then, as I have right here, my fellas, it wasn't a bad movie, but they definitely could have told some things a lot better than they did. They definitely could have displayed some things. Right. So, kind of, give me a gist of how y'all feel the movie went.
What you play by play though. Warning, it's gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, Pac's life, but we're gonna talk about probably some in-depth details about the movie. So caution, disclaimer. Right. But I'll let you know, DeMonte. I'll let you start. What'd you think of the movie, bro? You being a Pac fan, how did you go in to the movie? Like what was your expectations being this is Pac? You know what I mean? This is a biopic.
Yeah.
This is Tupac. This is the one we low-key been waiting on. If you're going to do a biopic on somebody who's a legend. So what was your feelings going in? What was you expecting?
All right, going in, man, I was really expecting to learn something that I didn't already know. I was expecting them to really dig deeper instead of the stuff that we already knew about him, man. And Pac is a cultural international icon, man. They could have went a little harder than that, man. And I just really felt like the movie, man. I just really felt like they just went on YouTube, grabbed a whole bunch of the obvious clips of his lifestyle, all the events that made headlines according to his life. I felt like they just made a movie out of that. It was extremely obvious. The storyline was predictable. Yeah. And the quality of the production, bro.
That's what I was. I'm not sure. It's them transitions. Them transitions was pissing me out. The beginning, how I went from Pac was in the belly to Pac is like 5, Pac is like 10. It's like they just tried to cram that whole little in one little thing. Now I've seen the movie twice now, so I will say it's better a second time, but it's still not the one. But so what I didn't notice the first time is, okay, the movie starts with Pac in jail, and before, did you see the first time he talked? Did it not like give you like kind of chills the first time he talked in the movie
when they was playing Hail Mary and all that
but like when the first time they showed the dude on the screen and he was like, right, and everybody in the theater was kind of like, that nigga sound just like everybody in the theater was like, okay, this might be pretty good, because it did start off like fire, like he sound just like Pac, and he looked like Pac too.
And it did start off fire, man. It showed the political side of him with Afeni beating the case. And then you had the Black Panther Party behind her supporting her real big. And you seen Pac, intrigued by it when he was little. Having Mutulu Shakur as a stepfather and all that, man. And another thing that I really didn't disagree with the movie is they didn't really dig deep into his political side. Like,
that's what I'm saying. They didn't show enough. They didn't show enough, like him speaking at them concerts or speaking at places. Like Pac was not only just talking about it, he was really like in the community, like trying, like talking to like big heavy hand gangsters. It's a whole phone call between him and what's homeboy from the Crip dude, the big Monster. Yeah, it's a whole conversation with him and Monster, like Pac really trying to lay out his plan and all of that. Now they're not gonna put that in the early scenes.
He was a community activist. He was real big on community engagement and all that. And I felt like the movie, they kind of excluded that part. They was really more focused on Tupac the rapper versus Tupac the person.
And I think honestly, I think it was. I don't think they focused enough on Tupac the rapper. Like they didn't show him writing those songs. Like a part of me, I want to know about Tupac the person, but I also want to know about Tupac the rapper, because Tupac is a poet also. Right. So I kind of want to know like the backstories of how Brenda's Got a Baby came about. Like I wanted to almost see Pac read that real Brenda story in the paper and be like, yo, this got to be told, or what really inspired Dear Mama or something. I want to see him writing in the studio,
like why he did it, what caused him to do
was
that.
Just like they just kind of like briefed over, and I think they spent a lot of time focusing on his, like you said, like his court cases. Pac's 2 major cases is that rape case and the shooting at Quad Studios, and I feel like they did a lot of. So they introduced us to like people like Haitian Jack and King Tut and the chick who. And that whole, they spent a lot of time on that stuff rather than Tupac. So I guess, so in a sense of what you said about going in, learning things that we didn't know, we might know that stuff, but of course everybody don't know about the Haitian Jack connects. And so I guess I can give them props on that in aspect. But like you said, that production quality, those transitions, just from scene to scene, it wasn't it. Like they played them, like it wasn't it. But I will say, the dude who played Tupac,
he did a hell of a job, man. He did.
I give him his props.
He really did. And like you said, the transition was off. I really felt like they should have went more in detail with him transitioning from Baltimore to Oakland. Yeah, because I felt like they rushed that part.
Super rushed.
Like they should have had him, in connections with like E40 and Spice One and all them, and Marine City. They didn't speak about Marine City. They just really was just like Oakland.
They rushed. I gotta move to California.
And in the movie, they made it seem like as soon as he got to Oakland, he just got on. Yeah, like he just immediately got on, met Shock G and all that. They need to speak about how he was living down there, like how he really adopted like the West Coast culture, him coming from all the way out east, then getting here in the Bay Area. Like they really should have elaborated on that a little bit more.
I say, without going into it, one thing that I knew for a fact, I went in thinking that they're not gonna show this, or I was like, me being a super duper Pac fan, I was like, okay, let me not go in here thinking that they're going to show every single detail. But I did not worry about the production and like the quality of the movie. And that's what I was disappointed with. I went in thinking like, whatever they do, I know it's going to be like up to par. Like it's going to be straight out of Compton level production. So I'm not tripping there. Yeah. And I went, and that's what I was most like upset about. How they just like you said, they kind of rushed everything. Shock G had what, 6 lines? Yeah. This is Shock G. Like this is who gave Pac his start. Like
in like the quality of the production, bro, man. I'm gonna just say it, bro. It seemed like it was a Lifetime movie.
It did
bro.
seem like it was a Lifetime. You're not lying.
like a Lifetime biopic, bro.
It was kind of like 3 movies in one. Like
Yeah.
I think the like you said in the beginning is him narrating it from jail, and his life up into jail is him telling it. I think the movie like production quality kicks in after he gets out of jail and they do like death row and stuff. That's when they actually like tried to make it a movie, and it was kind of decent. It was okay. And things like that, and they got into, like, I guess they got into some pretty good details, but like you said, they just rushed that whole beginning stage.
How did they portray his mother, Afeni Shakur?
As an activist, as that mother holding that solid foundation down, teaching her son the morals and values of life, teaching him how to use his brain instead of a ball. You see, on Christmas he got a journal.
Yep, he got a composition book.
Yeah, well, he got a journal versus a ball, and she did mention that your brain will get you further than the ball. And I guess that was a way of her trying to hide away the poverty that they was living in. I don't know if she could have afforded it or not, but even though that's not important, but obviously it got him somewhere.
That's true.
Him using that pen and pad.
That's true. I honestly, like I said before, they might have spent too much time, and I don't want to say that because I know like Pac and his mom's relationship is so close, and that meant so much to him. But I almost feel like they spent too much time on Afeni, considering how much time they didn't spend on other things. Like if y'all not gonna touch things in this movie, then there's certain things y'all need to take out.
Right.
And also, like we said before, I don't think Afeni was that extra in real life.
Nah.
Like they had her just so like, show me your spirit,
Just
son.
dramatic, real dramatic.
Super duper dramatic, and I don't know. Like I don't know. You think Pac really slapped the crack out his mom's hand and punched the drug dealer? I know Pac was with it and rowdy, especially for his moms.
I don't think he did all that. The movie, they got to put a little hot sauce on it. They got to put a little action on it. I'm pretty sure he probably wouldn't confronted the dealer about it. But as far as punching them, Oakland, them dudes with it up there.
That's real.
Oakland,
that's real.
They with the activities up there. I don't think he went that far because I'm not trying to discredit Pac. He really wasn't a rah type of dude like that.
And not until the end of his career, but
until the end of his career, until he was heavily influenced by
absolutely.
And we go get to that later on. But so man, you see the comments Jada made?
I did, and I saw that before I saw the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So did you peek?
I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Jada Pinkett basically broke it down and saying that they reimagined her relationship with Pac. That Pac never read her that poem. Pac never said goodbye before going to California. She had never been to any of his shows, so therefore they never had an argument backstage. A part of me was kind of like, damn, that ain't accurate. But then the other part of me was like, Jada, how are you alive and you ain't like help out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That
was my thing. Like,
but then again, did she have an opportunity to be a part of the film?
I would think so. I would think they reached out, especially if y'all gonna have a full-fledged character. I would think that character would have reached out to be like, yo, how are you acting so I can portray you right.
Right.
That's what I would think. So
I think they were more focused on the guy mastering Pac than anything else.
I think so.
Because man, they had Snoop on there looking like a scrub.
No, let's talk about. All right, let's talk about Snoop. Bro.
Hold on.
Oh my God, bro. Snoop.
Hey, because I really like for real. I really want to get into that. I can't wait now. I can't wait to see the movie. I just got to see it just for myself. But y'all, we gonna take we gotta take a quick ad break, man. We gotta pay some bills up in here for real. Man, you see what we talking about though today, fellas? Ladies, y'all just stay locked into everything we talking about
Tap
right
in,
now, man.
Tap in.
Hey, comment, man. Share.
West Side.
Yeah, it's Vibe Wichita.
The voice of the dub.
Don't touch the dial. Leader.
With your host, Dramedy Drew.
What's cooking in Wichita? Valerie's Wings and Things dishes some of the best wings in the Midwest, and it's right here in our very own town. Valerie's Wings was voted 2016 Lord of the Wings by People's Choice. Want a taste of the South? Val also offers her deep fried catfish and her shrimp combo. Visit on Mondays and Tuesdays and get $1 off of your combo. Slide by Wednesdays and come enjoy her $1 hamburger. Come down to 3928 East 13th Street North and experience the goodness of Valerie's Wings and Things. Mark Paris The Shop provides quality hairstyles as well as top-notch service and products for each of their clients. These renowned stylists and barbers combine knowledge, expertise, and the power of touch to achieve the desired results. They will go the extra mile to accomplish this mission with passion, expert advice, and the utmost professionalism and courtesy. So come to Mark Paris The Shop, located at 6100 East 21st Street, Suite 210 in Oxford Square, just northwest of 21st and Woodlawn.
You are locked into Vibe Wichita.
But did you see Scar?
Go ahead.
Talk about
No,
when
you
we
good.
get back on-
Go ahead. We back on.
He wasn't with it either, bro. He wasn't with it at all.
Face wasn't with it either.
Wait, what?
Are we back on?
Yeah, we back on. We live, man. Welcome back.
We
man.
back on. But we jumped to that second. But we ended off talking about Snoop Dogg. Was that a voiceover?
Say what?
It had to be, man.
It had to be, right?
It sounded
Oh.
too accurate. It sounded just like him, but dude looked like they just grabbed like a random dude off the street.
Random
like, hey,
dude.
Play Snoop, bro. Play Snoop.
On me. Let's talk about Snoop. First of all, me being a fan of period pieces, biopics, I'm real like about accuracy as far as the look of what they wear.
Right.
So when I was watching Straight Outta Compton, I'm making sure like, all right,
Raider gear.
yeah, what is it? Raider gear? Is it Jerry Curl? Boom, bow, bing. Me being a fan of hip hop, I can like point. If you show me a picture of Snoop Dogg, I can probably tell you around what year it is. Therefore, I can tell you that when Snoop first is shown on screen, he got the big afro. That's like 1992 Snoop.
Yeah,
that's like
Gin and Juice.
Yeah, that's Gin and Juice. He was on the episode of Martin, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And this in Two of America's Most Wanted. Pac can go to Death Row to what, 95?
Yeah,
94, 95? So by this time, Snoop is in braids or that ponytail thing. So that was inaccurate right there. And I think it was a voiceover.
It had to be.
It had to be. So Snoop, that's a big spoiler. And I know if you haven't seen the movie, I know that's a big spoiler for you.
They should have grabbed dude that played Snoop on Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, dude from Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah, they should have had dude play Snoop, man.
Might as well, because they really don't. You're not lying. His dude had a big nose. He looked nothing like Snoop.
At all. It seemed like they tried to cover his face with the fro. Too.
Yeah.
Like
So
they tried
then, when they show Snoop again, Snoop got on this brand new Steelers hat with a Dickie suit. Now, if you, like you said, if you know your Snoops, that's clearly Drop It Like It's Hot Snoop. So how y'all gonna have 2003 Snoop in there, right? And who was Dre?
Man, I don't.
Who was that?
But I don't think people was really shocked about Dre like how they was with Snoop. Because when they showed Snoop in the theaters, everybody busted out laughing.
They laughed every time he talked.
Every time.
And then Snoop Dogg, like you said again about being accurate. Not Snoop Dogg. Dr. Dre got on a Raiders hat in the movie. Dre stopped wearing Raiders gear by 89.
They should have had at least like a little weed symbol on.
A little
he was the Chronic
leaf.
back then.
He was the Chronic back then,
Yeah.
or a Sox hat. He could have had on a Sox hat.
Exactly.
That's lazy. That's super lazy. And I know
super
that's like a
lazy.
small detail, but them is the things that I care about when it comes to, especially
For
like
sure,
biopics, bro.
That's a true fan right there.
That's a real fan,
You
like-
know when, dude, you should have been a part of the production. to
That's
be real.
inaccurate,
Man.
bro.
You should have been a part of it.
But
Yeah.
in the same breath, let's talk about the portrayal of Tupac, his wardrobe, how dude played it. What'd you think?
Man, hey. Kid, you not, bro did a good job, man. The wardrobe, everything, the mannerism, like he really
Accurate,
man,
you should have been a part of
man,
it.
you can really tell dude mastered that.
Let's
though.
talk about
You can really tell dude
the
mastered
portrayal
that,
of
though.
Tupac, his
No, and
wardrobe.
everything.
Now with the wardrobe, I give them A+. They get 100%.
They did
on
it
that,
with
bro.
the Versace on.
They had the
He was-
Versace
yeah,
on,
he
and
was
it's
good.
like the more things he put on, like a
Yeah.
hat, some glasses, the jewelry. He already looked like Tupac, but he at that dinner table.
Yeah.
That
I like how they was feeling at the end when him and Suge was in the car riding and he was just vibing to the music.
Yeah.
Like he was like letting Suge know, like, bro, open your mind, like be more versatile. We ain't gotta listen to that rah stuff.
I feel like that
all
was
the
some
time.
real Pac. I feel like
Yeah.
Pac really said that.
Yeah, I felt like he said it too, just the way he was vibing to it. Like, man, this that ghetto gospel, bro. We ain't gotta be on bang bang, shoot 'em up
All the time, for real,
Yeah.
for real. Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
But to the outfits today, to that, they get mad credit for that. To be as accurate as they were, So and for them to reach out to like Karl Kani, Cross Colors, all that. He even had his juice fit.
He sure did.
And he had the perfect above the rim fit.
But they had Omar Epps looking weak though.
Who cares? But like you said before, I think they were so focused on getting Pac right, that they didn't care about like.
Because you know what's so funny? Out of all the reviews I seen, like in person, social media, and all that, everybody agreed on how dude portrayed Pac though.
Yeah,
like he did do
the movie might have not been 100, but he
did a phenomenal job.
He did his homework.
I felt like I really was like, yo, I'm checking out Pac, man.
On everything. I really like when he was in jail and he was talking and he was doing like this with his hands. Because I seen that jail interview so many times and he was like this and stuff. I was like, yo, he got his mannerisms down. Like he really tried. He really tried. But like, yeah, I don't think the supporting cast, they didn't spend no time on them. Like Snoop is a major character in Pac's life in Death Row times. They're like friends. Dre is important to Death Row. You know what I mean? So for them to just like kind of backburner them, and I saw in the interview said we didn't really want to shine no light on them, but like this is the movie.
Right.
Like we want to know.
It ain't just focused on one person. You got to have his
surrounding cast got to be just as fire. Just like so what'd you think about the dude who played Biggie? And he played Biggie in Notorious.
He did what he was supposed to do. He didn't really have a major role.
He sure didn't. But like, why not though?
Yeah.
How'd you feel? You think he should have had a bigger role? This is a staple in Pac's career though. Like Biggie Pac is a staple. Like this is a moment. If you're going to a Biggie movie or a Pac movie, you like wait on this moment.
But I felt like he really portrayed Biggie good because Biggie was really a laid back.
He was, but I almost feel like he just. Maybe they didn't give him enough lines or what it was. I mean, he lost weight.
They didn't give Puffy no line.
Puffy wasn't even in the movie.
Yeah, he wasn't even in. Yeah,
what is that?
Hold on, the part where he got shot was Puffy in the hotel room.
I think the dude behind Biggie with the backwards hat and the sunglasses is supposed to be Puffy.
That was,
but
Puffy.
You have to know that to know that.
Exactly.
So
now how would somebody not being a Pac fan, not knowing what's going on, how would they know that? You know,
how you gonna have a Pac movie and Puffy don't get no lines?
Exactly.
Puffy is a major role too. They was like, we didn't want to make this the Bad Boy Death Row beef movie. Pac is important to that. Like that is a moment.
Let me ask you this, bro. Do you think it was too predictable? Like you knew, like real talk, bro. I was sitting in the movie, and as the movie went along, I knew exactly what was finna happen by me just watching documentaries
and just knowing like the order
behind the music and everything. Like I knew everything that was finna happen, man. Just like when they came from Vegas, like how they got mad at Snoop for doing the interview, and I actually went on. Snoop was on. He was doing an interview with Sway, and he talked about that whole situation about how he was in New York saying he was cool with Biggie and them, and then once they got on the jet. And he said Pac was acting funny towards him. And he was like, hey, man, you going to Vegas, cuz? And Pac didn't want to talk to him and all that. Like, they showed that part in the movie, too.
I liked that they did that, though. Because I did see that interview, and I know what that was from.
But it was with Sway, right?
Yeah. Angie Martinez. Well, Sway is recent. He said it recently, but the actual interview was with Angie Martinez.
But it seemed like real Pac fans, like you knew what was gonna happen. Like after he got out of jail, you knew he was gonna be with Death Row. You knew he was gonna start getting in trouble and all that stuff. Like you knew what was coming.
Yeah, even from jump, just how they was doing them transitions. After he got shot at Quad Studios, I'm like, oh damn, they didn't already just blow past that. Oh, he already on Death Row. All right, well, it ain't nothing but like 3 major things left to do.
Now you know what really set it off for me is then when the rape allegations occurred. Then that's when I knew it was like, all right, it's about to end. He about to. But I felt like that's when the movie really got popping because at first it was kind of dull a little bit.
It was.
Yeah, it was dull. It was first.
Dull. That's what it was. It was kind of dull.
At first it was, but then it seemed like when he got out of jail and he got with Death Row, then that's when it got popping.
That's what I'm saying. And I didn't like that transition when they brought the big logo to the beginning of the screen. I thought it was cheap. I thought that was so cheap and cheesy. I did not like that. I feel like that was just like some computerized fade to black type bull. I didn't like that either. But one thing, how you feel about the ending?
Oh, about him, about when he died, when he got shot.
Yeah, like did you feel it?
I felt it was cheesy, bro. I felt like they rushed it.
Super rushed it.
All right, like where else can we go with this and all that? But then I wanted them to really elaborate on the conspiracies. Did he really get flown out by a helicopter? Did the ambulance pick him up? Like what happened?
That's what I'm saying.
They just ended him with him dying, and it was to a point to where you didn't even feel like emotional about it. You didn't even tear up. You were just looking like, okay, they just sitting there. Is they gonna get him somewhere? Like
Bro, that's exactly how I feel. And what I didn't like was that if they would have kept playing Blackberry Molasses, I feel like it would have been sadder, and I might have felt it a little more. I didn't like how they switched it to that gospel song. I felt like they was trying to get a reaction out of you rather than making it happen natural. But one thing that I like about biopics, I look forward to the end when they show the real person. Like, remember the end of Straight Outta Compton? They showed each person individually. Right. They showed people talking about on the impact. They gave Pac, a 6-second clip? You know, I'm not going to change the world, but I'm going to spark the brain. We didn't heard that clip a million times. That was it, though?
You done seen the Facebook meme a million times and all
like that was it though like it wasn't no Pac's impact is crazy.
But they did show his accolades on there. What he made was
they read it.
Songs.
But I mean, you got to read that. But how y'all not show like footage of the real Pac going through that rape case or footage of them interviews that he was doing like every biopic does?
But I felt like those accolades were pivotal though. That man died at 25. I'm 26. Look how much he accomplished at 25. 713 songs.
713 movies.
How many? Poetic Justice, Above the Rim,
Juice,
Gridlock,
Game Related.
5 movies at 25.
Bullet is a movie.
How many albums was it?
Before he died?
Yeah.
Tupacalypse Now, Strictly for My Niggas, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me 4.
Man, he was on a different
Does
world.
Machiavelli count?
And he was on TV.
Does that count before he died?
It was done before he died.
All right, so 5.
Yeah, because he had the song Smile with Scarface and all that stuff.
So 5 before he died, and then 7 after he died.
Hey, one thing I did learn from the movie that I did not know, I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't know he was supposed to be on higher learning, but then they pulled out
that either.
because of the rape allegations.
I think that's why he called John Singleton a coward. Yeah,
you know John Singleton. I think he was supposed to do.
He was supposed to do the movie.
He was supposed to do Menace to Society as well.
He didn't talk about that.
He didn't talk about that. He was supposed to do Baby Boy too, but that Baby Boy's been on the shelf for a minute.
You know why Pac got kicked off of Menace to Society? Because they wanted him to play Sharif.
Yeah, he wanted to play
and he didn't want that role.
No,
he was like,
he said it didn't make sense.
But MCA was explaining it. I was watching the Vlad TV interview. MCA was like, all right, I'll play Sharif, I'll play the Muslim role, but y'all got to show why he became Muslim. Show me getting in a shootout or me doing something that caused me to become Muslim. I just don't want to be. He felt like that role was too soft. He really wanted that old dog role. Yeah, that old dog or Kane role.
Yeah, but and Pac, Pac want to have like a motivation for his character too, though. But I think that they didn't show, because I mean, he actually has a long history with John Singleton. And one thing they said that John Singleton was trying to like show Pac getting raped in jail.
Was that true?
That's a rumor that went around. I mean, apparently, like, it was some street dudes that said, like, yo, we got Pac in there. Like, it was going the underground. Them up east street cat, like, them Haitian Jack cats and all that. Not him, but his
group.
A
lot of them, no offense to my up north cat, East Coast cat, a lot of them dudes kind of
different. Borderline. Yeah, but but I think they was trying, and remember, at the end of Pac's life, he wasn't rocking with John Singleton because John Singleton separated himself, and Pac was like, anybody who turned their back on me during this rape thing, I'm not rocking with you because y'all honestly feel like I did that. So that's why I don't think that they gave him no light in the movie because of that. Like, they wasn't going to talk about poetic justice too much. They wasn't going to talk about, hey, y'all not going to have to, remember, Pac beat up the Hughes brothers.
He sure did.
That wasn't in the movie.
That wasn't in the movie either.
Like, how we not going to talk about that? That is a major thing, like, we didn't get to see. Like, I wanted to know more about that. Pac in the red Detroit wings spitting at the camera. I know that's not like but that's like an epic Pac moment.
You know what? I felt like they should have really elaborated on in the makings of Dear Mama, because man, that's one of the greatest songs of all time. My opinion it is. I really felt like, even though with the great relationship that he did have with his mother, I felt like they should have put that part in there, showing him writing it, showing the love and the affection that he had towards his mother, and they should have had him performing that song also.
For real, Pac wrote a script in jail. They didn't talk about that. All these, like you said before, the community programs. What else?
About when they should have had him showing when he was snapping on the dudes in Chicago. It was Chicago or Wisconsin. But remember the Yummy Sandiford kid?
Oh yeah. He sure did snap on them dudes at it. Yep.
He was in
the middle of the concert, the BDs.
Yeah. Well, if y'all not really familiar with the Yummy Sandiford story, he was an 11-year-old kid from Chicago, black disciple kid. his big homies, you know, they had him on some flunky stuff. He was 11 years old and had 33 felonies. Like, he was really with it. He bounced from home to home, and I guess his big homies told him to go do a hit on somebody. And he did go do the hit, but he actually ended up killing a little girl to where that made him hot. They was on like a 72-hour manhunt for him. And then I guess his big homies got scared, so they took it upon themselves to, all right, let's get rid of him. And they killed the little boy by himself, killed the little 11-year-old by himself.
Yeah, execution style.
Yeah. And then Pac had a concert there in Chicago or it was Wisconsin, one of them, and he just went off on them dudes. Like, man, how y'all killed that baby? Y'all killed the little boy, man. Y'all the ones that set him up to it. You know, and I felt like they didn't really want to focus on that side of Pac, man. Pac,
Yeah,
you know,
so
with the
much.
community engagement, with the activism and all that, man.
How real Pac really was. They would just, a lot of time was spent on Pac's, like, okay, in a sense of showing things that we didn't know. Like, Pac's so open to trust people that he didn't know. So him going in, so I guess I appreciate them going in depth of how he met Haitian Jack, and that is what caused the rape scene, and how he, and that's, so he, you know, the whole rape thing, and how he ended up signing to Death Row, pledging his allegiance to Death Row, accepting Suge's ties with the Mob Pirus, which ultimately makes him a enemy to Southside Crips when dude get his chain took. And that's just Pac showing his loyalty to them by running up on dude, which in turn got him killed.
They portrayed that part good in the movie too.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's the end of the movie. It's, you know, like,
yeah, we all knew that the beat down and was it the MGM?
yeah, and I like how I did like how they switched to like the real security footage. I thought that was pretty fun.
So what they trying to say? Orlando Anderson, the one that
Yeah, he did
killed Pac.
He did it. It's of course, I don't know if you've seen that new I don't know what it's called, but it's a documentary that's out right now from his uncle. Damn, what's his uncle's name? Not Gaddafi, but it's Khadifi. Keefe D. My bad. Keefe D. That's what it is.
I haven't seen this one.
Yeah.
Might check it out tonight.
Orlando, what's his name? Orlando Anderson.
They
Orlando
call it
Baby Lane. Baby Lane's
yeah.
uncle is Keefe D. Keefe D apparently was in the passenger seat of the Cadillac, and he told the whole story. He told the whole story of he said, you know, they jumped my nephew. He come back to the homies, and they like, you know, bump that. They going to 662. We gonna wait in the parking lot. He said they waited like 15-20 minutes. They didn't show up, so they go around riding for him. He said they was about to give up, but them girls pulled up to the side of the car and was yelling out like, "Oh my God, it's Tupac!"
And they ran into him.
And he said that's how they got caught. He said them girls wouldn't have said that. We wouldn't have saw him over there. He said we go up and we pull up to the side of him. He said Orlando is sitting on the passenger side back seat.
Yeah.
And so we get a gun to the other homie who's sitting next to him. He like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with this. So then he said Orlando took the gun and reached over him and was like, bump it, I'll do it. And just reached over him and just let it fly. That's what he said. So according to him, and then they got into a chase and stuff.
Orlando, was he a part of that crew that jumped their homie in the mall and took the death row chain and all that? I wonder what was that about? Like the bad boy really
they said,
have a bounty
yeah, that's
on
what they said. They said that it
yeah.
was a bounty on death row chains.
Word.
And then they said that bad boy had a bounty on the death row chains.
Word.
But in LA and all them areas, it was definitely a bounty on death row chains. Just cause that's probably just off gang ties. Just off being bloods, like you said, just off them Southside Chris probably like, man, Suge ain't no real one, and Mob Piru, who cares? So
checking his temperature.
you feel me? So somebody bring me a death row chain.
Hip hop was hectic in
Hectic.
95,
My
95,
God.
97, man.
Tupac to be really rocking with them real East Coast cats, Haitian Jack, King Tut, them is real like extortion street cat dudes who will provide you protection. But boom. So I'm gonna ask you this though. One thing, a scene in the movie that I thought was real fly was the "Who Shot You" scene.
Yeah, when he heard it in jail.
When he heard it in jail,
Yeah.
so that was the first time. Because as a fan, I always thought like, why did Pac think that? Because after watching Notorious, after watching various documentaries, I would always say like, so why did Pac think that they would set him up? Like,
but you know, Big said he made that before he got shot.
Yeah.
But then why would you put it out after he got shot?
That's what I mean,
You should have
but-
been smart enough.
yeah, just musically, you know, I know if Big really didn't have nothing to do with it,
Yeah.
then he not thinking about that. So that's why I always just kind of put it off. But I like how in the movie they showed how Pac got shot, woke up, and was delirious. Like, yo, just back up. Like, I don't really know what's going on
But he
right
seen
now.
Big and
But he seen
Puffy
Big.
now.
Then Big trying to go to the hospital. Big might have been there on some on some friendly stuff, but Pac's so scared and shook.
Did
he
you know
probably
that Big tried to go
I
to
ain't
the
know.
hospital? I didn't know that part either. So I guess I did learn two things.
Yeah, learn two things.
Yeah.
So then that, and then I like how. So now it made me see that if he heard that song while in jail, I could see how he would be like, these busters waited till I got locked up to start gloating about what they did, but they didn't want to do it while I was here. So I thought that was a hard scene. Yeah. So what I want to ask you is, do you think Biggie knew or had something to do with it?
Man, the way they portrayed Biggie in the movie, man, it seemed like Biggie really didn't know. I probably Haitian Jack crew.
That's facts. Yeah. That's really
but it seemed like Biggie really didn't. From how the way the movie portrayed, it seemed like Biggie was just really just trying to be a good friend.
Really trying to, because Biggie did warn him like, yo, that's a real. That's like
he
that's
did.
A cat.
Matter of fact, they was on the Above the Rim set, and then he was like, "Hey, man, how you know him?"
Yeah, like he said, because I introduced you. Like, when did y'all get so tight? Like, I just introduced you because he was in the club.
Yeah, he did introduce him, but he did. You know, he was wondering like, you know, how y'all get so tight. And he did warn him though, like, hey, be aware, dude. You gotta
watch out. And I know I saw another. Oh, when he was on the phone with Monster, he had told him. He was like, yeah, it was the homies. It was them dudes who shot me. But in jail, they said, basically, this is Pac's words. He was like, yeah, the dudes who shot you was Biggie's homeboys. So, in a sense, it made it sound like they Biggie's homeboys, but they're not really Biggie's homeboys. They just know Biggie, and Pac met them through Big. Therefore, that's why Pac felt like Biggie had to either know about it or something, and he just happened to be at the studio that night.
Pac, he was at a point to where, man,
he's just so paranoid.
Forget all them, man. It's on. Now,
yeah,
man.
He was just so. I don't know if I believe. I don't really think Biggie had any. I'm sure he didn't have anything to do with it, and I don't know if he knew that was gonna happen.
So let me ask you this: do you think they could really squeeze 25 years into 2 hours and 35 minutes? Is that how long the movie was?
Yeah, they did it in Resurrection.
Yeah, Resurrection was longer than that though.
Yeah,
was it?
And it was just him talking, like literally telling a story.
I learned a lot in Resurrection. I don't know because I was a little kid. Like I learned a lot. I learned the poetic side of them, the political side.
Let's talk about the comparison. I went and watched Tupac Resurrection on Sunday, just this past Sunday, and that the feeling that I had after watching that at 25, and I've already seen this movie, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, it came out in like 2003, so that would have made me like 12. So I really haven't seen that movie probably since I was like 16. What that movie makes you do, it makes you fall in love with Tupac all over again, because they show you what his message was and what he wanted his message to be, and how he got like how he confided to the evils and what he had to do to survive, and he just basically just got in too deep. So when he does die at the end, it makes you like feel that like, oh my God, he didn't get to accomplish it. Like, dang, man, like I really love this cat.
Tupac
and they took
Resurrection, it reached out and grabbed you, bro. It grabbed you like, man, you go feel this, man. You go feel this.
And that's what I wanted this movie to do. I felt like people who didn't know Tupac, I feel like fans should have left that movie falling in love with Pac and felt it when he died. I don't know about you, but when I went to the movies, both times when the movie was over, everybody just got up and left. It wasn't let's sit and watch.
That's what I did.
Yeah, it was like people was waiting. People was like, all right, finally.
But one thing I did notice, the people that did like it was the people that wasn't fans or didn't know much about them. Those are the ones that liked it. Yeah, like
and I guess that's important too, right?
Yeah.
So do we sound old? Because we only 25. Me and you was both. You was 6, 7 when Pac died. I was 5, 6.
But you got to realize, bro, my mama had me so Tupac out at an early age.
Yeah, my
bro.
stepdad from Oakland. Yeah. So I was the same way. My uncles is super Pac fans. My mama don't like rap. She like Pac though.
Man, we had the Pac books. Like, you know, Juice is one of my favorite movies.
The Smile video was super scary.
Yeah, it was.
Because that came out after he died.
Yeah, creepy.
And we was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hail Mary was super scary.
Let me say this, bro. All right, you remember watching Straight Outta Compton, right? Like, you just remember how they was playing Boys in the Hood and F the Police and all that. Everybody in the theaters rocking, bro. And you know how you felt after watching Straight Outta Compton? Man, you probably got on YouTube and probably played No Vaseline. Like you came more of an NW fan, and you came more of an NWA fan after watching Straight Outta Compton. You didn't feel that way after watching.
No, they didn't play enough music, and they definitely didn't. Yeah, you're right. They didn't play enough music in between scenes and like as the soundtrack to the movie. You absolutely right about that.
Because I watched Straight Outta Compton. They came out summer 2015 or 16?
15.
Yeah, it was one of them because I know I was heading back to college in North Carolina. As soon as I got back to North Carolina, everybody had on Compton hats. Everybody had on NWA hats. They wearing Lokes, Flannels.
Yep.
I'm hearing people bumping Boys in the Hood, riding around. Everybody became the NWA fans after that. They really gravitated to that movie. With All Eyes on Me, it didn't really want to make you feel like more of a fan. Like if you wasn't a fan, you didn't become one.
You was just like, yeah, Pac's cool. Like I guess he's cool. I guess he was an activist or whatever. But yeah, no, you were absolutely right. They didn't play enough music, and when they did play music, it was very brief. Like super duper brief.
Mm-hmm.
Like matter of fact, it was so brief that they made California Love and Bitches as a Rider and Two of America's Most Wanted all one scene. Remember, he went in there, met Dre, did California Love, and went next door and knocked out Two of America's Most Wanted.
It seemed like they only really focused on Brenda's Got a Baby.
Yeah, that was it. And I did like that little backstory that they showed too.
Yeah.
But while we talking about music, how do you feel he did performing as Pac? Like the rap, like
he killed it.
The concert.
He killed it. I felt like I was watching the Pac concert. I felt like I was watching the YouTube view. He had everything down, the precisions. He had it down. He was feeling it though.
On everything.
He was up there feeling himself. He did that. You can tell dude really studied Pac. He was really watching all old clips. Like he was like, yo, I gotta get this down. Like and everybody said, man, the dude, he did a great job. It's just the producers, those the ones that sucked. And then again, let me say this, bro. All right, the movie, it wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't a classic.
No, it wasn't Ray.
Yeah, it wasn't Straight Outta Compton. It wasn't Notorious.
I wanted Ray, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. But back to the concert, yeah, he did a phenomenal job on it. When they did Ambitions as a Rider and he came out jumping across the stage, I was like, yo, he doing it. He did this little thing like this. I said, yo, he doing that.
Yeah.
But I heard they said and when I was watching the interview, they said when they shot that scene, they told the crowd, they was like, all right, y'all, we know this is a movie, but we need y'all to be like hype. But they didn't show them Pac yet. They didn't like have him come out and do it. They just did it like fresh. Yeah. And he said when he came out the first time, they had to redo it because a lot of people was kind of like in awe, like, whoa. Like, because
it looked just like
this was hard. And like people would start cheering because they was like really feeling it.
Right.
Yeah, he did his thing. I like the hit him up scene too. So yeah, it was some pros and cons about the movie, but
it was too many gaps. Like they should have showed. I think they should have showed more of how he really came up with the allegations of sleeping with Faith too. They didn't really go in on that part either.
It was
like they should have showed like what would make Pac say that. They didn't show that part.
Yeah, he just said it was like that's just the art of war. Like you just gotta get caught up in the battlefield. It's just so much they left out.
So basically, they try to make it seem like he was lying about that.
Yeah. So compared to like Notorious,
the production one was way better. I really they took their time, and like I said, man, I really wasn't a Biggie fan like that, but you know I learned a lot. I didn't really know much about him, so
it was a cool movie.
Yeah, it was, and I felt like, and they dug deeper way more than rap. They didn't rush it. Like they really took their time with it. They really elaborated on his relationship with his mom, with Little Kim, with Faith, the little thing, love triangle he had going on with them, and you know how he felt with Pac accusing him of setting him up and all that, and you know how he was hustling and all that. See, they didn't do that with Pac. They didn't show like the early stages before rap, like what he was actually doing. They rushed that. Yeah, they rushed that part.
What I don't like is, like you said, how it just ends with him dying. Like, where's the after effect of how did Afeni react? How did the homies react when he died? The news reports, the fans.
They should have showed how it impacted the world. Like I said,
world. They got murals of this man.
He was an international cultural icon.
Bro, Pac has a statue. Pac has a statue.
I think they do a class. Pac got a class.
Pac got classes. Yeah. They didn't mention that.
I don't know what school it's at, but they do. It is an elective course that you can take.
You remember the end of Malcolm X? The end of Malcolm X, and they like, I am Malcolm X, and they do like, they show everything that's happened. Nothing.
They didn't show like who he affected, like how his music touched people. They didn't show that part.
I wanted to see. They said the Outlaws went to the beach and got high and put his ashes in the beach and smoked some of his ashes. I wanted to see that.
Yeah, that's the myth.
So is Pac alive? You know, I kind of wanted some conspiracy theories in the movie at the end. like you said, the helicopter thing. I wanted to know if he really went off in the helicopter.
Like I said, man, there's so many gaps and holes to where a lot of voids they really
for this movie to be
bro.
2 hours, like you said, for the movie to be 2.5 hours, it felt rushed.
And people was waiting on this movie for what, 2 years? Like the anticipation was
20
real,
years,
bro.
20 since he died.
But I'm just saying, when they first announced it, like when you seen Pac and Straight Outta Compton, like you knew it was all right, we gonna have to, a Pac movie is on the way. And anticipation was real, bro. Like I used to always Google it, try to look it up, see how far along they are making and everything. And
so I'm gonna ask you the same question that you asked me. Do you think there can be a good Tupac movie? Like, is it too much to put in a movie?
I don't think it's too much, but I really think they really got to take their time. And
do you
really,
think it should be like the New Edition movie or like a Netflix series?
Nah,
or something
nah,
like that.
I wouldn't disrespect my man's like that.
I mean, well, when I say a Netflix series, I don't mean like put it on. I mean like that format. Like, I almost feel like Pac's movie has to be in seasons, like in episodes. Like Pac's whole life has to be a show, almost. Like the Digital Underground days, Brenda's got it. That whole pre-Juice Pac, militant Pac needs time.
I feel what you're saying because he got way more bigger highlights in his life than Biggie.
Because it's like 3 Pacs, bro. It's like militant. It's like Digital Underground militant Pac. Then it's Thug Life Pac, right?
And then
because that's after that's
changed after that.
And then it's Death Row Pac.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 Pacs, and within those is a poet, an activist that you can like, an actor.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't see no auditions. We don't know how he got these
roles. They
roles.
was on the set of Juice and Above the Rim, though.
They showed him like playing in Juice, but we didn't like. Cause remember he didn't even Trench audition for Bishop.
Yeah, he didn't get it. Though,
Yeah,
but then
and
he said Pac came in and killed
Pac was
the stuff.
playing though. Pac was in there like playing with the lines, and it was like, "You try, you should audition."
And he went in there and killed it.
And then they didn't show none of that.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the Baltimore School of Arts for what, a day?
Yeah.
Him and Jada. So let's think about it like this. Imagine if it was like the New Edition movie and they did it in chapters, or they did it like a Netflix series and it was in chapters. You think it'd be better? If they took that kind of time.
I don't really know, bro. I think that's just something that I'll just have to see. I can't say no, or I can't say yeah either. That's just something that just had to be made, bro.
Because this is literally like, I don't know. There's no rapper who gets that kind of love. Like Pac is held to a standard that's like crazy. Like maybe when Jay-Z dies, he'll get that.
I don't think he'll get that.
But
love
even Pac is different. Pac. And Pac don't even really have like a crossover hit. Like Pac ain't got no Hypnotized.
He don't.
Maybe California Love.
And that's the beauty of Pac. He made people gravitate to him.
Yeah.
Made him love and accept him for who he was. He didn't have to cross over and make music for overseas and all that. They liked him and respected and loved him for him. And that's the beauty of him, bro.
That's real.
You know, and I think with Jay-Z, bro, Jay-Z didn't make music for the people. Pac was for the people, bro. Jay-Z is really just a rapper and a businessman, bro. I don't know what he doing. Now, he kind of got better, you know, being...
Because he never wanted to rap. Jay-Z never wanted to. Jay-Z was like, what I need to rap for? I got money.
Yeah, it's big time D, boy.
I got this. Like, what you... Because Clark Kent said at that time, rappers wanted to be D-boys. So Jay-Z was like, I'm the best of both worlds. Like, what I need to rap for? Like, you want to be me. All these rappers want to be me.
Right.
And then he was like, but you got the talent to do it, and this is legitimate. So just switch gears, and he did it, and now we got Jay-Z.
Hove.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just don't know if... I mean, like you said before, the dude who played Pac did him justice.
He did.
But the movie itself, you got it 1 to 10. What you give it?
1 to 10.
Man, I gave it a 6.5.
I think I'm with you. I'm gonna give it a 7 because it's Tupac. Because the actor, off the dude who played Pac, I'm giving it a C.
C minus.
C minus. Yeah, I didn't say C plus. It's a cool 71.
I give it a 69.9.
Yeah, great on the curve.
Yeah. The teacher liked you, so she gonna give you that C.
You know what?
You know what? You all right in my book.
Yeah, you know what? You played Pac, so you're gonna do.
I give it a C.
Right.
I mean, it seemed like they didn't really invest in it. The quality was boo boo.
I didn't get that, and Benny Boom ain't trash though. That's what's killing me.
Man, he made all the hit videos back in the day.
He did. You see Next Day Air?
with Mike Epps.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
It ain't even like that's the underground like
Mike Epps and dude,
Yeah.
Wood Harris.
Wood
Yeah,
Harris.
Wood Harris.
Yeah,
Next
yep,
Day
yep.
Air ain't like blown up, but when you
No.
watch it, it's not trash. It's
No.
almost it's
See, the
actually
quality in
great
that movie
production.
was good.
quality
Great-
good, and it's actually
great
kind of funny,
production.
and it's
It
actually
is.
like you almost be like, this movie, like why don't nobody like?
Right.
It's kind of a cult
It's
classic.
free on YouTube.
I wonder
That's
why.
how-
I wonder why it didn't make the noise that.
So
it was
I'm
supposed
almost
to
like,
make,
do
bro.
I blame Benny Boom or do I blame LT Hutton? I don't really know LT's work, so who do I blame here? Like, because I know Benny Boom's work.
Right.
That's not Benny Boom's work, and I was so like, I remember when because First of all, Will been against this movie since we found out it was being made. He was like, bro, it's Tupac. Ain't no way you can do Tupac justice. It's going to be trash. They going to miss too many things. And then he was like, who's directing it? I said, Benny Boom. He was like, Benny Boom? Like, nah. But we was like, nah, bro, Benny is cool. Like, he do the music videos. He of the culture. So that's why, we kind of thought it was going to be cool. But.
So his manager, they should have had his manager on set too. Who was his manager back then?
Yeah.
What was his name? Tron, whatever.
Pac's manager?
Yeah.
The real one?
The dude before Suge.
Oh, the dude with the curl and the glasses?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, man, they should have had him on set because that's who really knew him. I feel like NWA was so successful because Pac and them was still. Cube and Dre and them was still alive. MC Ren, DJ Yellow was still alive.
All these people are still alive. So
And
obviously,
they did do Eazy-E justice in that movie though.
Yeah.
They didn't try to disregard him, discredit him in no way. Like
No.
they let you know that Eazy-E was the boss. He was the man.
He was the boss.
He was a street dude before he was rapping.
He got beat up.
Yeah, he had money. They kept it real.
He was about to kill Suge.
Ice Cube kept it real with himself too. He wasn't.
I wasn't the one.
Rah type of dude.
Yeah, I could just write it.
He went to school and basically I don't want to say they exposed themselves, but they let him know when
It was real.
Eazy-E was the one that was really in the streets.
It comes to a point in time where you're grown and we're not going to judge you for like telling the truth.
Yeah.
Like when you 20 years old, you kind of got to be a little hard. You know what I mean? Like if somebody came to you and it was like, Devontae ain't hard no more, you be like, nigga, what? Like, so? Like, I'll smash you, bro. Like, it's like you're not going to, like, you don't try to fake the funk. You ain't about to, whatever. You're going to keep it 100 but what you are. You know what I mean?
Like, them bills is hard. Especially
if you ain't got nothing to prove and you damn sure ain't got nothing to prove like streetwise. Like, we grown. Like, what are you talking about?
That, man.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about, bro? But that's
right.
So tell me something. What's the next biopic that needs to come out? This next story that needs to be told.
Michael Jackson.
Oh shoot, that's another.
Michael Jackson.
That's another.
And that's gonna be too much. That needs to be that definitely has to be a series.
It's too much. Like
the Lifetime movie was straight back in the day.
Oh, the VH1 movie?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah,
Jackson American Dream.
Yeah.
But the one, what was dude's name? Flex Washington.
Oh my god, bro. Man in the Mirror.
Yeah, that
Oh
was.
my god, bro. When I'm gonna meet Flex one day.
Yeah.
I know I am. I feel it. And the first thing I'm gonna ask him is, what were you thinking?
Was that one worse than the Aaliyah
Yes.
biopic?
Yes.
Aaliyah
That
was
hers was
way
horrible.
worse.
That
Yes,
was
bro.
way worse.
Hold
though.
on now. TLC.
TLC was
I
cool.
like that.
No, it was
like
lit, bro.
Yeah, I rocked with that
I
one.
gave TLC. That was a good one. Though.
If you had to rank TV biopics first,
Lifetime.
who got first?
Probably the Jacksons.
Jacksons.
Yeah.
And then
I
what? Like, so you got like Jacksons, New Edition, TLC. What's the order?
heard Michelle A was good. I didn't get to see that
I didn't
one.
care.
You didn't?
Honestly, I didn't care. I'm serious. I didn't like. I mean, I don't want to watch a whole 3 hours of Dre. I don't want to watch that.
Hey, keep it real, Flim. It seemed like the TLC biopic and the All Eyes on Me biopic, they had the same quality.
Yeah.
They really did.
They
bro.
did?
Yeah.
When I was in the movies, I didn't say it out loud. I said it to myself. I'm like, remember when they was in the studio with Shock Dre recording Brenda's Got a Baby? And I was like, and how it was transitioning. I'm like, bro, this look like a Lifetime film.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I said it to myself. I didn't say it out loud.
That's
but
real. Put the live over here real quick. Worst biopic ever, bro. Worst.
Flex.
It's Flex. Facts. This is worst.
There we go.
There's nothing topping this. Is the worst.
That is gross.
That is nasty. Flex. What were
That
you
is
thinking?
gross.
Look at his lips. Look at his lips. What are
That
you
is gross.
thinking? But
You think you think Snoop is he eligible for a biopic yet?
yet, yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of want. I want to know. I want to see his story. Snoop might be Snoop might be the most famous rapper ever.
You know whose story I want to see?
Who?
I want to see a Master P biopic.
Yeah, me too.
I really want to see that.
a
I really
Master
want to
P.
see that.
Nah, me
Because
too.
I feel like his story would be a little more interesting than Snoop.
Yes.
Like the business aspect of it and
Right.
everything.
P made it to the NBA
Yeah.
and Nickelodeon.
Bro, you know he turned
Wow.
10,000 into 300 million, bro, because he got like a settlement check for like somebody died in his family. I don't know if it was a dad or whatnot.
His brother?
I think it was his dad. It was somebody, but he got a settlement check for 10,000. Then he moved to like California in the Bay Area to play basketball. Well, he went somewhere to play basketball. Then he ended up in Cali, and then that's when he took off. I think he was like in Richmond or something. Then he just took off with it from there, selling units out his trunks. And P really a hustler, bro.
A real one.
He really a hustler. And that's
And
when,
put his family up.
and that's one thing I don't get about all these dudes. You know, everybody a trapper now in music. Everybody trapping. All right, if you trapping, you really seeing all this money. Why you need a record deal?
That's true.
P said it. He said, I didn't need them people money. He said, I did it on my own.
He got that
You know?
through distribution.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
respect
only thing.
Dolph. You know, Dolph independent. Migos was at first.
Yeah.
You know,
But I mean, it's a lot of opportunities that come with getting a record deal.
right.
There's certain places that you really can't go without
Yeah.
it.
But Master P, all that profit came to him, 100%.
Now that's real. You think you think P's movie will make it to the theaters? Think he get that much love?
It depends on who does it. Cause have you seen a Master P production? Hot Boys.
I've seen. Hey, bro,
And-
don't disrespect
no,
Hot Boys.
Hot
bro.
Boys was
I like
dope.
Hot Boys.
But
Y'all like Hot Boys?
I like Hot Boys.
but you could.
I only liked it
Come
because
on,
I was
I
like
got the
10,
hookup.
Bro.
Come
It was
on.
hard. I liked Hot Boys because I was like 10,
these
bro.
are-
I'm gonna tell y'all this though. When I was a little kid, my cousins Terrell and Kevin and them, they was like cash money everything.
I went to school with them.
Yeah.
With the Ingles.
Yeah, they went to Ingles. They was cash money everything, bro. I was no limit everything. I had Ghetto Fabulous by Mystical. I had Made Men, Charged to the Game.
By Silk, Charged to the Game.
I had Charged to the Game. I had Mama Drama by Mia X. I had Only God Could Judge Me. I had Ghetto D.
What
I
about
had
Fiend?
The Last Don. I had Fiend.
For
It's
real?
One in Every Family. The Mercedes, the one I never came. My auntie.
Talking about rear end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My auntie, if y'all know Music and More, my Aunt Mamie is the one who owns that. That's my
Mm-hmm.
aunt. So I would go in there, and she used to sell No Limit hats, No Limit shirts. So I would go in there, and she wouldn't let me buy the custom music, but she let me buy the shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would go in there, and she would give me shirts for free and posters. So I had a Made Men poster in my room, and I would go to Walmart and get the edited version of the CDs.
Yeah.
And Silk is trash. Now that I'm older, Silk he was always
You
trash.
don't.
Offbeat.
You don't say.
He was offbeat. He was pretty
You don't
trash.
say.
But I mean, when you're 10 years old, bro, like
Yeah. You know.
he was trash. He was trash.
Hey,
You're-
what made me a No Limit fan, man? I remember I watched I'm About It. I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. I snuck and watched it. And then that movie was just raw and uncut. That was
It
the
was
first
super
time I
raw.
ever seen something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it was raw. I'm About It what did it for me.
Lockdown killed me though. That messed my head up.
I didn't like that movie.
That messed my head up.
That had too much of that fruity stuff.
Yeah,
in
no, it messed my. Like it scared me. Like it.
It's
I was
nasty.
like, I can't go to jail, bro. I am petrified. I am scared. No, that's not my place, B. Lockdown was too graphic, bro. It was too graphic.
cool.
Dude was getting. They had drugs and rape and
Yeah.
I was
And
like,
then Master P was one hell of a man. I remember Snoop was telling a story about how when he left Death Row, he didn't really have no money like that. You know, Suge was punking him out of their money. And then, I think he just beat that murder case too, right? Around that
Yeah,
time too. So
yeah.
Snoop was going through a lot. LA was too much, Cali was too much for him. So he actually moved to Baton Rouge. He didn't move to New Orleans where Pete was at. And Snoop was like, he was just so used to the crumbs Suge was feeding him.
Yeah.
He said when he got down there, he said Master P wrote him a check for $35,000. Like, man, here you go. Get yourself together, take care of your family and all that. And Snoop was just saying, like, Master P really taught him the real business of the game, treated him real good. Have you noticed nobody from the No Limit camp never complained about P
No, that's real.
doing them wrong, taking money from him or nothing?
That's real.
P took care of his people. And that's where Snoop said he got the game from. He said, man, Master P, man, that's who did it for me, man. That's who got me back on my feet, and that's who really
And,
taught me the ins and outs of the game.
and No Limit Top Dog is fire. I had that album.
I noticed something about Snoop. All his albums went platinum. He never went gold.
All of them.
All of them.
I don't doubt it. And all Snoop songs got like 20 songs on them.
But you got to realize the population of Los Angeles is what, 11 million people,
Yeah, it's
12 million
pretty
people. He can sell 1 million copies in LA on
Alone.
platinum. That's it. Just like Jay-Z, New York City, they population is huge too.
Even Keenan Conway played them, and that's garbage.
And people, and and then this is gonna be all the white people, the Hispanic people that's gonna support Snoop because they love him out there in Cali. Though.
Snoop can get a movie. Mm-hmm. They gotta be accurate though, bro. They gotta Master P gotta be in that movie.
Yeah, it gotta show him leaving Death Row, going to No Limit, and all that.
Think about all the people that gotta be in that movie. Like,
they gotta show Dog Pound. Yeah, you right.
Daz and Corrupt, Snoop Dogg, Tupac,
Dre,
Biggie.
Yeah. Warren G.
Man, Warren G.
Because the
Pharrell,
Nate Dogg, R.I.P. Because 213.
213. Yeah. I want to see him join Rolling 20s. I want to see that. I want to see those moments. I need to see him working at Lucky's, selling weed. I've seen behind the music. I need to see all that stuff. Back to the Tupac movie. I was heated they didn't do the Source Awards part.
Oh, when he was like,
I want to tell Tupac. I want to tell Tupac keeps guards. We riding with him, keeps head up. And then Dr. Dre, I ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Hey, was that the
Death Row?
Was that the Suge Knight famous quote? You don't want your producer
all
in the video.
Y'all not gonna have that part. Yeah. I don't care if this is
man, you right. That was bogus, bro. You right about that.
And they try to say we don't want this to be the Death Row versus Bad Boy movie. That is Tupac's life. And a major part.
That's what people wanted to see. People know that the East Coast versus West Coast. Y'all showed everything else.
He said Tupac's name in that speech. He started it off with "Want to tell Tupac keeps guards up. We rocking with him." But any artist out there that want to stay an artist, and then Snoop Dogg get up there, Dr. Dre ain't got no love for Dr. Dre and Death Row. So whoever plays Snoop got to do that part. I don't know. I feel like they could have had Puffy's son play Puffy.
You know what would probably be another dope biopic? Jodeci.
That'd be hard.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
I want to see that
That
too.
would be clean.
Jodeci. That'd be a good one too.
That would be clean. And then you gotta get. They came up to was it New York with like $20 and they were in a room.
Yeah.
They had they got booked in a hotel. Man, they hadn't been through some things. I want to see.
They was on Death Row.
They were?
Yeah, for
a hot second.
Affiliates. That's why they did all them songs like Toss It Up, How Do You Want It.
Was Bone Thugs ever on Death Row?
No, they was on Ruthless.
Ruthless. Oh, they was tripping with Death Row.
Yeah,
because they was with Easy at first.
But
I think they deserve a biopic too because they been through a lot, bro. They was with Easy. Easy got killed. They start rocking with Pac. Pac got killed and start rocking with Big. And the Big died.
That's real. They the only people that got a song with each
with all three of them.
I don't know if they'll get a big one, but
nah, they probably
Snoop Dogg,
P,
Master P, Michael Jackson.
I think Jodeci can get the solid one.
Jodeci can get the VH1.
Yeah, they can.
They can get the TLC. They can get a TV biopic.
Okay.
It'll do numbers too. It'll get
I'm gonna watch it.
It'll get a lot of ratings too.
A lot of people don't know about their Death Row ties though.
I just learned that from you, bro.
That's why because you go back and you listen to all the songs they did. Devontae did I Ain't Mad at You.
Word?
Yeah.
Devontae's still working though.
Devontae did I Ain't Mad at You. And he did he played the piano. And he did no, he didn't do it. Bitch That's a Rider.
They
Dash
killed
did
that.
Bitch That's a Rider.
No, Dash did Two of America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Dash go forever get paid off for that.
Yeah. Dash did a lot. And what did Devontae do? Toss It Up. How Do You Want It? Some other stuff.
Yeah, he got a list.
But
Devontae definitely got a list though.
Devontae, Daz, and Dr. Dre.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through and golly, man, that was dope. I really appreciate y'all doing that, man. Really breaking down the movie, breaking down what Pac went through, and really expressing that opinion on how y'all felt it should have been viewed. So ultimately, I mean, basically what I picked up from it, they didn't do Pac justice completely. I mean,
the dude who played
Pac did it, but the writers and the production
let Pac down.
The storyline was basic, predictable, and it was rushed.
Yeah.
So you can't do that.
And the quality was trash.
So we ended it. All Eyes on Me gets a C+.
C plus, C minus.
C minus. You are right. My bad.
69.9. Not even a 70%.
My bad. But what's his name? Demetrius
Ship Jr.
Jr.
He did his thing.
He
man.
gets an A for me.
Thizzle, man.
He get an A for me, boy. He did that.
He did, man.
So I kind of feel bad for him though, because I know he I feel like he took it serious. Like, yo, they gonna clown me if I do this wrong, because this is Tupac.
Man. See, now when I watching Straight Outta Compton and seeing the Pac that was in there and looking at Demetrius Shep, now maybe I should just go watch the movie, but the one that was in Straight Outta Compton looked more like Pac to me, but that was a voiceover too. That wasn't even a dude's voice.
For real?
Somebody did a voiceover.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
he did a good job with the way I mean, it's hard to get that fire that Pac got. That's probably why they didn't do like so many like speeches, because Pac really just has so much passion and fire in his voice. It's hard to get that.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to get that.
Yeah, man. Y'all got any plugs? Plug. It's time to plug.
Well, I mean, you know, as always, it's the one and only big homie Got Body Flim Doggy. Holla at me at Mars Mansion coming soon. Teach me how to ball is in the works. We coming back. We about to start cooking. We selling plates. We selling everything, man. We do everything. Y'all know I got parties in the works. Karaoke is happening. I know I've been saying that for the longest, but karaoke is coming. We got Fridays and Saturdays that's about to start popping around at Gianni Bocce's. Just something real cool, laid back for people who want to get away from the club, but some grown stuff that we can actually have fun and kick it with. Like I said, it's a long summer, like I've been saying, but that's me, man. Yeah, I'm out.
For sure. What you got, D-Hill?
Hey, man, thanks for having me again. I enjoyed it, man. My dog, Flim Dog, man. Come check me out at Westside, coaching football and wrestling. Hey, and I got my hands in on some Little League action, too. A lot of people go get mad, man, but I done took my talents to the Wichita Cowboys. Hey. You know, shout out to Bub Love, Vic Johnson.
You done made the whole city mad.
Hey, my man Vic got a video with AD, too. It's
AD
kind of tough, too.
Yeah,
Scooney. Yeah, Vic got a... It was pretty solid too.
What was it called again? Dang, it's called
I forgot what it's called, but it was straight though.
It's fire.
You know?
Yeah. Hey man, y'all support all y'all local music. You know what? I did want to touch, even though I got like 10 seconds. I did want to touch on what you call it. You know what, man? Let me slide that over a little bit. What's that thing called, man? The radio station. They talked about the radio station. Did y'all see that?
Pooh.
Oh man.
Pooh, wow. Pooh actually got on the inboxing.
Oh man. Okay.
Miranda.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta have.
You know what, man? We might do an after show. Y'all stick around, man. It's Vibe Wichita.
You know what we do around this time? The voice of the dub has spoken. Thanks for hanging with us and tuning in to Vibe Wichita.
Act like y'all know.
Peace.